Hello and welcome. In this short video, we are going to look at some aspects of how Beas Manufacturing Version Control is a great asset for component production processes and how it can help in bringing your products to life. Product versions are often used when a change goes beyond the simple substitution of one raw material for another. Managing design changes and tracking modifications in manufacturing processes are essential to ensure traceability, quality, and operational efficiency. As products evolve due to technical improvements, material adjustments, or customer requirements, it is crucial to have a system that accurately records what was changed, who authorized it, and when it was implemented. This allows each design version to be linked to its corresponding production process, ensuring that engineering, manufacturing, and quality control departments work with synchronized and up-to-date information. Additionally, this level of detailed control reduces errors on the shop floor, facilitates audits, and enables quick identification of root causes in the event of failures or deviations in the final product. As mentioned in the introduction, product versions are used when a change goes beyond the simple substitution of one raw material for another. This may involve manufacturing products with components made of completely different brands, using different finishes and sustainable materials, or significant variations in auxiliary product quantities compared to the original. Another reason for creating a new product version is the need for a different manufacturing route. If production parameters vary significantly, it may be more efficient to manage the product to be manufactured as a special version. Additionally, versions can be used to define plant-specific parameters. This is useful when the same product is manufactured in several plants and requires predefined information, such as resources or warehouses specific to each facility, or needs special, factory-dependent processing types or security requirements, material treatment, and so on. Each case should be evaluated to determine whether product versions or alternative items provide the best solution for the plant's needs. Whether you need to create a completely new product or modify an existing component version, you can make each and every step of the production process with Beas Manufacturing. In this image, you can see how each step of a new product or product version creation is supported by various functions of Beas Manufacturing, ranging from bill of materials or work order routing generation to modifying them. As explained, product versions are sometimes built in 2 to 3 factories, production sites, due to various procedure-related requirements, and therefore costs may be managed differently per each plant. For this, a different calculation schema in Beas can be set in the item master for the different component versions. The versions in this example are named Factory 1 and Factory 2 to refer to the 2 differing production sites, but sometimes these component versions require reprocessing, and therefore these are listed as separate versions here, and they are named RP and RP2 accordingly. Bill of materials, or simply raw materials or subcomponents, can also be set for various component versions. You can define BOM to be managed by I version ranges. That is, you can define which product versions should be using a particular BOM. Here, some bill of materials are set for both Factory 1 and Factory 2 versions, and some of them are only used at the reprocessed version. So, if you are producing larger machine parts in 2 different factories, you can manage them by what components are used in each factory, therefore making up separate versions. If a raw material, or let's say a smaller machine component, should be built into several final product versions in more than one production site, you can simply set them to be used by version ranges as shown here. If the quality control processes of the component versions differ in the several production sites due to different security measures, QC devices, or procedures, you can store as many QC inspection plans in the item master data for them, for the versions, as necessary. Routing can be set in the item master data based on versions or version ranges too. There are several reasons for doing that. Firstly, if a component version is made of metal parts that have a special design, or due to their shape or dimensions require a certain type of processing, they must be produced in a particular production plant that is equipped with a suitable resource. Secondly, some factories may be using older, and others may be leveraging newer machines, which usually generates different costs. By selecting routings for versions or version ranges, like in the case of BOM settings, you can easily manage the calculation of costs for each product version. You can easily overview or manage your component versions in the Beas Item structure screen. Before creating a new component version, you can carry out a pre-calculation to see cost changes. In the pre-calculation function, you may use a special price list to project costing for a subsequent period, like for next year, next month, and so on. In the calculation schema, additional cost objects can be used per factory or component version because, as mentioned, costing differs per location and the kinds of machines used and personnel as well. In this image, you can see the 3 calculation schemas named according to the factories where the different component versions are manufactured in: FC1, FC2, and FC3. After the creation of all these item master data entries and pre-calculation and schema settings, you can carry out the pre-calculation to check the manufacturing costs of your components. The result will show all the necessary areas that need changes: raw material quantities, different routings, or cost object changes. Since the same product can be manufactured in different plants, product versions also help minimizing cost differences. Additionally, in cases where finished products require reprocessing, a version may be created in which the raw material is the same product. For a more extensive and general demonstration on how you can benefit from Beas Version Control in your overall manufacturing process, please check our video titled Beas: How to Work with Item Versions. Thank you for your attention.